All right. Wow. We had some technical issues, folks. But anyway, I am live. Good mythical morning to all of you here on the Rogue News channel, folks. We have the Rogue News channel. We're live and kicking. And also, guys, check out our sponsors. Let's talk about our sponsors. Let's start with the Gadfly. The Gadfly. That's no lie. Go there to the Gadfly. The Gadfly. That's no lie. Excuse my singing. Anyway, here it is, folks. The Gadfly. TheGadfly.vhx.tv, okay, is the place to be. Again, you can go there. You have London Paul, you have myself, you have CJ, and in fact, later on today, we're going to be doing a show there. So get over there, join if you haven't done so already, and check it out. And also, if you haven't also done so already, I also recommend that you go to watcherstrade.live. Watcherstrade.live. Join the revolution. The crypto bull market rocket will begin. It is being fueled. It's being placed on the launch pad and fully gassed up. It is waiting for the right time for it to go to the moon. The right time for it to go to the moon. So check it out, folks. Check it out. Their crypto school. WatchersTrade.live. WatchersTrade.live. The link is in the description box. All right, it's going to be amazing. Join the Pulse Wave system. It is totally amazing. And with that being said, folks, let's get into it. We got a couple of things to cover on the news and the reports. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's Tuesday. I think I'm having a good day. So far, so good. Can't complain. Anyway, where do we want to begin? Well, if there's anything that's really awesome that has happened, one of the greatest things that has happened out of the whole Russia collusion nonsense, the whole Russia collusion quagmire, the whole mayhem that has happened for the last 2 years, every single bloody day. Russia collusion. We've heard it. We've seen it. Well, folks, I'm glad. I'm happy to report that the overall confidence of the media has sunk even lower. The overall trust, people's and public's trust in media, has gotten even lower still. And I'm happy to tell you that it is the lowest in a very, very long time. And I'm happy to tell you that it is absolutely joyous to me that this was definitely the kill shot. It is the kill shot. I mean, what the media has done to weaponize a false narrative, what the media has done to weaponize a false narrative, to weaponize an event based on falsehoods, and try to not only destroy via a coup d'etat against a duly elected president, but also to bring this country to a brink of war, ruining trade relations throughout the world. You got to understand how damaging this is for our reputation. You got to understand how damaging it is that when you are a sitting president of one of the largest economies on the planet, and you're trying to broker a trade deal in Europe, nobody's going to take you seriously because they don't know if you're going to be in office next month. They don't know that if you're trying to broker a trade deal with China, that they would come to some sort of grounds because they don't know if you're going to be there in the next 2 to 3 months. So why should they broker anything? This Mueller thing, and I talked about a great deal about it yesterday, but I just wanted to remind you guys, one of the other two benefits of it, you're going to see trade deals that were stalled, that were just sitting in a holding pattern, so to speak, will now all of a sudden be thrusted to the forefront and be completed and signed. Trade deals that were sitting there idle because nobody knew what was going to happen is now going to be thrust to the forefront and completed. And that's a good thing. That's a very, very good thing. And I love it. I love the fact that CNN's numbers have plummeted. I love the fact they have lost a considerable amount of viewers. I love the fact I love that fact. And here's the deal, folks. Here's the deal. The damage that has been done has been absolutely irreversible. And there's going to be a vacuum. And it's our jobs as citizens to fill that vacuum. It's our jobs to create and disseminate ideas and thoughts and concepts. It's our job to create the narrative. It's our job to question what we hear. The destruction of the media is going to create a tremendous opportunity for many. And those of us who are brave enough, if you ever thought about wanting to start your own YouTube channel, do it. You ever thought about having your own blog, do it. Now's the time. Get enterprising, folks. This is a great way for you to engage. You know, it's great to celebrate, but it's also great to engage. So I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it. This is very good progress. I know there's going to be some significant blowback from the Trump administration that they're going to go. The fangs are out. The fangs are out, and they're going to go for blood. They're going to go for blood. And I think the Democrats at the highest level know this. And I think the execs at the highest level of media know this. They are doomed. They are doomed. So this is going to be good and how it plays out. Meanwhile, we got more pressing issues, folks. We got more pressing issues. New blackouts. Okay, we got the Russian troops arrived in Venezuela. Over 100 Russian troops have landed in Caracas. And what we have, here is another emergency blackout. A new blackout hit swaths of Venezuela, including Caracas. You have 90 some odd percent of the country, like 97% of the country was plunged into darkness. It was terrible. A new blackout swept across Venezuela on Monday, including much of Caracas, sowing alarm 2 weeks after a nationwide outage that paralyzed the entire country. The power cut in the capital occurred around 1:20 p.m. and knocked out electricity in the city center. After nightfall, many apartment buildings in Caracas metro area, home to around 6 million people, were aglow again, and traffic lights were back on. But many people reported that it was still in the dark in many other states. Communications Minister Jorge Rodriguez blamed the latest blackout on an attack on the charging and transmission center at the Guri Dam, which supplies 80% of the power to the country and 30 million people. Well, last time took days, now it's taken care of in just a few hours, Rodriguez said, saying the fix has been made in record time. What they're doing is they're taking the servers that are controlling a lot of the power plants, okay, and the generators, and taking them offline so they are secured, so they won't be systemically taken down in a cyber attack, folks. Earlier, a local newspaper reported that the power was out at Venezuela's main international airport outside Caracas. I want you to think about that. Power going out at airports. How long can the radars run on backup generation? Folks, you got to understand, this is what pisses me off. When you're taking down, you're messing with the country's electrical grid. It's one thing. It's one thing you want to use proxies and asymmetric warfare to topple a government. But it's another thing that you are messing with the power of a country. Now you're putting human people's lives in danger. That's just not cool. Hospitals where there's newborn children, people needing surgery, people on intensive care, life-threatening illnesses. You're putting their lives in danger. People that are traveling the air, you're putting their lives in danger. People on the road, you're putting their lives in danger. This type of chaos and situations brings out the absolute worst in human nature. You're going to have absolute criminals running amok. And that is why, during the last blackout in Caracas, which occurred yesterday, looting was through the roof. Cell phone signals were disrupted. Televisions were blacked out. Shops hastily shuttered. Rioting that's happening. It's creating chaos and loss of life. It doesn't need for what? Oh, we got to take out the Venezuelans because they're doing a lot of, they're de-dollarizing. They're getting into bed with the Russians and the Chinese, and they're developing petroleum on their own, and we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Yeah. We're buying Venezuelan oil on a daily basis, but we're buying it through Citgo. Then we prevent Citgo from sending the money back to Venezuela. So we're essentially freezing them. President Nicolas the Sweetness, the bus driver of Maduro's government, blamed the outage on an attack targeting the Guari hydroelectric plant. Rodriguez told state television that the opposition was responsible, claiming it wants to plunge the population to profound unease. And all they're doing is increasing the resolve. They're increasing the resolve of the population to stick by their masters. And if you left Nicolas the Sweetness, the bus driver Maduro alone, he would have single-handedly plunged Venezuela into chaos. In fact, Venezuela was heading in that direction to begin. It would have just happened. It would have naturally imploded onto itself. But no, we couldn't wait around. You see, because we're not offering the bigger, better deal anymore. That's the Chinese and the Russians. They're offering the bigger, better deal. What we're offering is death and chaos. And then pilfering and pillaging that comes right after. And that's the problem here. NetBlocks, the website that tracks internet traffic and outages, shows that 57% of Venezuela was down. Anxious Twitter users who were online said several big cities in the west of the country, including Barquisimeto, Barrancayo, and Barinas, were impacted. Not another blackout. No, God, no. Tweeted Fleur Melor, a 29-year-old resident in the town of Oca, whatever, in Caracas, sitting in the office without power but with a generator, wondering how long will this new blackout last. Do I have enough water at home? What about the meat and the chicken in the freezer? Tweeted. I mean, think about this, man. I mean, it's like people are suffering as is. They're getting by on very little. According to a study by the opposition-ruled legislature and the medical group of Médicos por la Salud, around half of Venezuela's hospitals have generators. The last blackout, however, many did not work or were insufficient for the needs of intensive care patients, neonatal wards, and dialysis patients. How do you like them apples? Imagine your kid. See, this is what you got to do. You got to put yourself in people's shoes, man. Imagine your kid in the neonatal unit and the power goes out. And you're watching that little life struggling to live. How would you feel? I'm wondering how to get home because there's no metro. I live in the center and it takes me 2 hours. I move slowly, said Anna, a frail 64-year-old who was closing up the cleaning product shop that she worked. For others, frustration and anger bubbled over, adding to a sense of powerlessness created by years of an economic crisis that has made food and medicine scarce and prompted an exodus of more than 2.7 million Venezuelans since 2015. Here, nobody tells the truth. The media don't tell the truth, and we're prevented from doing our work, said Joanna, electrician wiring up a frozen yogurt shop. Rafael, working in a printing shop where all the machines had come to a stop, accused the government of not doing repairs to the power grid. They have so many warnings about the network being damaged, and they do nothing, he said. It's a terrible situation. Terrible situation. Russian military aircraft carrying military officials and aid, 34 tons of aid, have landed in Caracas. That was part of the news. And if that wasn't far enough for the deep state, the deep state works in conjunction with the U.S. deep state. You know, they're over there in Venezuela kicking up crap, and there it is, the perpetual war, perpetual debt, deep state of Israel. They're back in action, folks. Back in action. Right on cue. Back in Israel. PM consults with military on Gaza violence. Gaza's heating up again. Exploding. Uh-huh. Prime Minister Netanyahu returned from Washington on Tuesday, heading straight into the military consultations. Of course, vowing further actions after a night of heavy fire in which Israeli aircraft bombed Gaza targets and Palestinian militants fired rockets into Israel. Okay, look. Oh, my God. Let me break this down for you guys. Okay. Let me break it down. I'm gonna break down the ineffectiveness of Katushka rockets. Okay, it's completely ineffective, and this is from the Jewish Policy Center. Okay, the Katushka, also known as the Qassam, in theory, the rocket brings the Israeli population centers into the range of Hamas, just as Hezbollah fighters in southern Lebanon were able to target towns and villages in northern Israel. Yet the rocket, first used in February 2002 against a target inside Israel, has caused very few casualties, very little damage. One estimate suggests that approximately 2,000 firings of the rocket. Listen to this. This is from the Jewish Policy Center. In 1 year, they had 2,000 rockets fired. Not a single person was killed. For their own reasons, Israel and Hamas happen to be playing a game of up the danger that the rocket poses. Hamas can trumpet its military effectiveness, and Israel has further arguments to justify its raids into Gaza and West Bank and its policy of liquidating Hamas members. The red line. I want you to think about this for a second. It's a known fact that Hamas was created by Western intelligence and the Mossad. They created, funded, colluded, and helped with the creation of this monster called Hamas. They created Hamas as a counterbalance to the political party called Hezbollah, which many Westerners think is some sort of dangerous, fanatical Islamic terrorist organization. Hezbollah is the farthest thing from it. They're probably go to the fact you can go to Lebanon and party at a club. What? What? What are you talking about, V? I want to show you guys something, right? I'm gonna show you something. Blow your mind. Watch this. Okay, I want you to watch this. Okay, I want to show you something. All right, here we go. I want to show you something. You know, y'all think of Hezbollah, right? Y'all think of Hezbollah and whatnot, right? So I'm going to show you something. Okay, I'm going to show you. I want you to pay attention to this, guys, because it's those bloody Islamic terrorists, Hamas. They control Lebanon. Well, are you ready? Boom! Look at this. Yeah, buddy, that's Lebanon. You see that? What? Is your minds being blown? Huh? Rooftop bars? What are you talking about? He's in Beirut. Is that a club? They're clubbing. They're having fun. Girls in miniskirts and done up with makeup and having a blast in Beirut. What in the world is going on here? What in the world is this? They're having it looks like a club in Manhattan. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So let me ask you something. Hezbollah that controls Lebanon, that has the real power in Lebanon is Hezbollah. Why would Hezbollah allow this? Why would they allow all this clubbing, this you know, why would they allow this? Let me show you something else. This is what they don't want you to think. This is the crazy. Oh my God, we got to kill these Muslims. Oh my goodness. Look, here's some very religious, fanatical Muslims for you. Look at these fanatics. Look at these fanatical Muslims. Look at them. They're in a pool party. They're at a bar in Lebanon. Look at these fanatics. They're probably chanting about going on jihad, right? right? They're probably chanting about that, right? Girls in bikinis. I mean, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's hateful. Unbelievable, folks. And this is the type of stuff that they don't want to show you. This is the type of stuff they don't want to show you. Because you know what it is? Because here's the deal. It doesn't fit the narrative. It doesn't fit the narrative. So you got 2,000 rockets. You see, Hamas was created to offset Hezbollah. And they give you the narrative that Hezbollah is some crazy Islamic terrorist organization that, well, here's a country they control. And you got rooftop. Man, they're living nice. In fact, you should look at Beirut. Look at Lebanon before and after. Lebanon's thrived under Hezbollah. Got rooftop bars, pool parties, top-notch hotels, great dining, good food scene, cafes, the whole 9 yards, right? They want to take that down. They want to destroy it. So what is it? What is, this is a classic Hegelian dialectic. Hamas, which Mossad controls, shoots off these useless rockets. Hamas gets to tell the people in Palestine, look, our powerful rockets have went in there, killed 1,000 of those dirty Jews. And this way their military prowess looks so good. And then the Israelis are like, oh my God, Hamas fire these dangerous missiles causing massive damage. No one's died, but massive damage, and increases the fear and the paranoia level. And now they have a pretext to go ahead and eradicate what's left of the Palestinians over there. And this is how the deep state plays. Perpetual. The best thing Israel could do is for the younger generation to stand up and off-throw both the governments of Israel and in Palestine. And let the kids integrate. Dude, they'll find out there's a lot more in common than most people think. That's how you fix it. You fix it economically, where there's a vested interest. I don't want to see my neighbor eradicated because why? He's of economic importance to me. He's of economic importance to me. I don't want to see him eradicated. That's how you fix the problem, folks. So, yes, at the end of the day, I'm happy that what is happening with the Mueller thing. And I hope that the deep state dies. I hope the U.S. foreign policy is destroyed. I hope we get a new foreign policy. I hope we get economically corrected. I hope the foreign escapades that we engage on stop. That's my hopes and dreams. But I'm just one man. We'll see how it all plays out, folks. But apart from that, I think there's some good headway here. Markets are going to be great now that this whole impeachment crap is off the table. I predict a major market run for both the stock market and the crypto market is going to be major. So get ready for that. With that being said, I'm over and out.